That is my depth charge latte. New Year's Day morning from my new device and the drip. Quite pleased. A couple of new canvases arrived. This one I like, San Francisco. That's from the Mark Hopkins, and this was in September of 2020, and I know because this was the day after September 9th. September 9th, this view looked like this. And this one is in Gilroy. It's kind of cool. From the train. That one's from the train. The Surfliner. Pacific Surfliner train is one of the great trains in the United States of America. Transamerica Pyramid, B of A building, with the Carnelian Room up there on the top, and the new Salesforce up there. That's Brooklyn and Queens, and the tip of Manhattan down there. That's the Oakland Bay Bridge, and we have some art from various people here. The first president said something interesting, I thought. Let us raise a standard to which the wise and honest can repair. Let's see, so we've got the Angkor Wat canvas, the Pigeon Point Lighthouse canvas, Manhattan from the top of the Vanderbilt One building, my favorite SF shot, because it's got everything, you know. This one I was really pleased. You can see everything. The Golden Gate Bridge, downtown, you know, Bay Bridge. I mean, it's just my favorite shot of San Francisco. I never try to sell it, but it's my favorite, you know. Bali, Mount Agung, you know, active volcano. The vineyards up in, well, down from where I stay, but if you're coming from LA, it's up in Slow. And then that '06 print. Oh, here's the new one, right? This is from the train in Gilroy. I think I'm going to put this over there next to the Palestine because of the color scheme. It's nice. That's pretty nice. Again, using these daylight bulbs and then putting the flowers below has been yielding fantastic results. The scent from these oriental lilies is really quite beautiful. And even the, you know, various sort of difficult ones tend to do well under a lamp like that. It's set on a timer and it'll go off, you know, the end of the day, but it goes on at 4 o'clock in the morning, you know. So yeah, this is the studio where I do. Oh look, there's 3i Atlas. Now 3i Atlas has been a really amazing experience because we found out about it in July 1st. Atlas, ATLAS, is an acronym for our device. These are still images of 3i Atlas that have been stabilized so that the comet stays in one place and the sky, you can see that star moves around it over the course of a couple of 3 hours in the night, that are done by Ray's Astrophotography. And I've been really enjoying his views of this interstellar object that we just discovered in July. Now, these interstellar objects are exciting because we've just begun to be able to do this, to understand that an interstellar object is coming, you know, to us and past our sun and near our planet and so on. The first of these was, of course, Oumuamua, then Borisov, and now uh, the 3I Atlas. And we've been talking about it because we got a really nice chance to look at it after it came out from behind the sun. And we could, since October, we've been observing it. It has fantastic qualities. For me to see it, I had to go to a very dark area, low light pollution nearby here. And with 25 by 100 Celestron binoculars, I could see it, which was fantastic.
I got it. There it is. There's no way for me to show it to you. Fuck. But I can see it. I can see the tiny tail. And this is my setup. And that's east. And if you can see, I don't, you probably can't, there's no way. But Regulus is up there. And just below it is the comet. And I can see it with this, but I can't photograph anything. It's 3 in the morning now.
But the images I've been getting have been from Ray. And Ray is not far from where I am right now. He's just a few hours west and north of where I am right now. So where I saw it was just south of him, actually. I drove out there. Thanks to him, I knew what time to go. And I could set myself up easily. And I spent about an hour and a half out there. And I got to see this interstellar visitor, you know. And there was a lot of talk about it, a lot of crazy talk about it. I like the idea of us expanding the categorization of these. And one of the ways would be to look at it like this. We could say Oumuamua was an asteroid. It was a rock tumbling, you know. And we could say that Borisov was a comet. It had all the behavioral aspects of a comet. This one, I think we ought to call a planetoid because it's bigger. It's doing different things. As it tumbles by, crazy stuff was measured coming off of it, from X-rays to various gases and chemical processes. Some people thought of this as alien or etc., but I like to think of it like, you know, imagine a volcano on a rock and it's tumbling through space. So there's chemical processes happening on this thing as it's going along. And then it's captured by our sun briefly when we get to see it and observe these crazy things that are happening. But it's also influenced by our sun, the cosmic rays, the gravity. And this thing was big, it seems. So I like to think of it as a planetoid. It's a piece of planet hurtling through space, doing its own chemistry that's passing by us. This 3I Atlas. And that gives us a way to expand the dialogue. So we could say Oumuamua was an asteroid. We can say Borisov was a comet. We can say 3I Atlas was a planetoid. Now we have 3 different things we can describe when they arrive, when we quickly get notified by our new systems like NeoWise and Atlas that allow us to suddenly know that these things are passing by. By the way, they could have been passing by for millennia, but we've just never been able to know it till now. We've never been able to catch them quickly or see them in advance till now. So it's really one of the exciting things, I think, 3I Atlas. It is New Year's Day, and the last thing I want to say is, for you, this is 2025. But for me, this is 2,569. I was born in 2,510. This is the Buddhist calendar. It is based on the enlightenment of a man, not a god, not anything, a man. And so places like Thailand use it, and I began using it 3 years ago. And so when I wish you Happy New Year, I'm glad it's 2026 for you. I wish you would be equally glad that for me, and many others, it is the year 2569. And next year it'll be 2570, and I'll be 60 years old. Can you believe it? Happy New Year from me and Yorick.